Hello students, welcome to today's lecture. Today we will be starting a new chapter, that is reconstitution of partnership, and in that the first part is admission of a partner. So we begin with what is the meaning of reconstitution. Now you must have heard the word especially when you are asked to do your work again. If you have not done it neatly, maybe in class, we say redo. So redo means you have to do it again. Same way, when you close the college in the month of April and you are beginning it again in the month of June. So we say reopening. That means the college is opening again. So re means again. So here, reconstitution of partnership. Partnership is already there, but they have to form it again. So what are the reasons for forming it again? Why is reconstitution formed or done again? Now this may be because there is change in profit sharing ratio. Forms of reconstitution. There may be change in profit sharing ratio, then admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, or death of a partner. Now, change in profit sharing ratio is if the partners, the existing partners, they decide that they will take over somebody else's share, or they take a more part of a share, or if they are making better profit, or if someone is brought in more capital. So they say we decide, both of them mutually decide that profit sharing ratio should be changed. Then there is reconstitution. Now the other three, admission of a partner. Now admission is when a new partner is admitted into the firm. Again, the partnership deed changes. Retirement is when one of the partners is retiring. So again, according to that, it will change. And if death occurs, if one of the partner dies, then the partnership deed will have to be changed. So this is called as reconstitution of partnership. Now all these chapters are related: admission, retirement, and death. So today we start with admission of a partner. Now admission means that a new partner is admitted. There are already two partners, and a third partner is admitted in the firm. So that is called admission of a new partner. But what is the need of admitting this partner? Why does the need arise to get a new partner into the firm? If the firm requires more capital to run the business, then a new partner is admitted. Or if they require some skill, like managerial skill, if a person they find is good at managerial skill and they are lacking in the existing firm, they will take a new person, and that person will become a partner of the firm. So if they need any skill based person, then they admit that person, and therefore it is called as admission of a partner. Now when the new partner comes in, he has to bring in capital. Okay, so he just can't come in like that. So he has to bring in some form of capital. So that capital may be in cash or in kind. So in kind means he may bring an asset instead of cash. He may bring in furniture, he may bring in land and building, he may bring in some machinery. So when he brings cash or he brings in any asset, so that is called as his capital and his contribution towards his admission in the firm. And second is he has to bring in goodwill. Now goodwill, it is already built up by the existing partners. We have studied this term in standard 11. What is goodwill? It is the reputation of the firm which is earned through many years due to honesty, due to good work. So all this is called as goodwill of the partnership firm. So when he comes in, the existing partners sacrifice their profit for the new partner. So goodwill comes in, he either brings it in cash or it is valued in terms of the partnership deed. So how do we value these goodwill? There are two methods of valuing goodwill. Okay, the first method is called average profit method and the second is super profit method. Now in the problems later on when we are solving the problems, we may get value goodwill by average profit method or super profit method. Sometimes goodwill is straight away given to you, so you don't have to use these methods. So if they are given, we have to calculate. So there is a formula which is simple way of calculating goodwill. So we take the first method, that is average profit method. Now in that, first you will calculate goodwill. Basic aim here is to calculate goodwill, but you will calculate based on the two methods. So as per average profit method, there are two steps. First is average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. That means they'll give you profit for 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it is. So they give you, and so that you have to add up all that and divide. If they are giving you for 4 years, you will add up those 4 years profit and divide by 4. So you will get average profit. And the second step is to calculate goodwill. So goodwill is equal to average profit into number of years purchase. So in this method, only two steps. Now we'll see the next method, calculation of goodwill. As per super profit method. Now in this, there are 4 steps. The first one remains the same. So average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. Second step is to calculate normal profit. So normal profit is equal to capital employed into normal rate of return upon 100. Now here capital employed is whatever capital has been employed in the business. So that, and they have a rate given for you and you will divide it by 100. So that way you can find out the nominal profit. Third step is super profit. Super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. And the last step is to calculate goodwill. So goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years purchase. So you can take down these formulas, and now based on these two formulas, we will solve problems. So you will understand how to calculate goodwill based on average profit and super profit. We will now solve problems which will show you how to calculate goodwill according to these methods, and these problems are sent to you. So we take illustration 1, we read, understand, and then go ahead. Asha and Usha are equal partners in a firm. The profit and losses of last 6 years are as follows. 2006, 88,000 profit. 2007, 63,000 loss. 2008, 21,000 loss. 2009, 1,78,000 profit. 2010, 1,92,000 profit. And 2011, 2,38,000 profit. Calculate goodwill of the firm at 3 years purchase of average profit of last 6 years. If Lata is admitted as new partner for 1/4 share in the firm, how much goodwill amount should be brought by Lata? Okay. So now if you see there, they have given you the profit and loss for the last 6 years. So based on this, we will start calculating. So first thing you will write average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. So we go year by year. So it is 88,000. Now second year there is a loss. So we put minus 63,000. Third year again there is a loss. So minus 21,000. Then there is profit. So plus 1,78,000. Plus 1,92,000 plus 2,38,000. Now this is 6 years, so you will divide by 6. So that is 6,12,000 divide by 6. So you will add up all the plus and you will subtract the what is there minus. So you will get 6,12,000. Divide this by 6. So your average profit is 1,02,000. Now we've got average profit. Now second step according to this method is to calculate goodwill. So write goodwill is equal to average profit into number of years purchase. So average profit we have just found out. So it is 1,02,000. And number of years purchase they have given in the problem. If you see there, calculate goodwill of the firm at 3 years purchase of average profit. So you will multiply by 3 years. So that comes to 3,06,000. Now children, this is goodwill of the firm. See the last sentence of the problem. If Lata is admitted as new partner for 1/4 share in the firm, how much goodwill should she bring in? So how will you calculate? Now write Lata's share of goodwill. So that is equal to goodwill into Lata's share. So goodwill we have just found out, it is 3,06,000. And they have said Lata's share is 1/4. So 1/4. So now this will come to 76,500. So this is the amount that Lata will bring in when she is admitted as a new partner. So average profit method, simple, only 2 steps. Calculate the average profit and then calculate goodwill. And based on that goodwill of the firm, take the new partner share and divide it. So you will get the new partner share of goodwill. Now we go on to illustration 2. Let's read the problem. Find out value of goodwill from the following details as per super profit method. A. Average capital employed rupees 2,50,000. B. Net profit of last 3 years were rupees 45,000, rupees 37,750 and rupees 47,000. C. Rate of return expected, that is normal rate of return, is 12%. D. Goodwill is to be valued at 3 years purchase of super profit. So now according to super profit method, we have seen in the formula given that there are 4 steps to calculate this. So the first step, average profit, is equal to total profit upon number of years. So that is equal to 45,000 plus 37,750 plus 47,000. All are profits, so all will be added, divided by, we've got 3 years. So divide by 3. So that is equal to 1,29,750 divide by 3 is equal to 43,250. So we've got average profit. Second step, normal profit. Normal profit is equal to capital employed into normal rate of return upon 100. So here capital employed, they have given us even the normal rate of return. So capital employed is 2,50,000 into 12%. So 12 upon 100. So your normal profit will be 30,000. Third step, super profit. Super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. So we have already found out average and normal profit. So we substitute So average profit was 43,250 minus 30,000 normal profit. So that super profit is equal to 13,250. And the last step is to calculate goodwill. So goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years purchase. Super profit, we have just found out 13,250, and years of purchase they have given to us is as 3, the last one if you see there. So 13,250 into 3 years is equal to 39,750. So children, you can see there the two methods. In the average profit method, there are only 2 steps to calculate goodwill. In the super profit method, there are 4 steps. Now this goodwill not asked to you in all the problems, but few of the problems. Now goodwill is the major adjustment in these chapters: admission, retirement and death. So we will go on to the problems in the next lecture. You can solve the illustrations given in the textbook based on these two methods. It is on page number 129 and 130. Thank you and have a nice day.